somebody yesterday asked me about photographic memory. Yes? This is where I ought to say something more about that. English likes, insofar as it is possible, not to have sentence stress syllables coming together next to each other. Okay? We like to have an alternation. Most languages, in fact, like to have an alternation between stressed and unstressed syllables, strong syllables and weak syllables. Which is why, if you take this example that I gave you yesterday, we're more likely to say it like that, big bad wolf, than to have three sentence stress syllables coming together. Now, the question that I was asked yesterday is, why do we move the stress in photographic memory, when if you look at it carefully, there's a sentence stress, probably. There's a sentence stress, but there's this syllable in between them. So these two sentence stress syllables are not next to each other. But we still tend to move that from there to there. Now, we tend to do this, stress shift. And instead of saying photographic memory, we say photographic memory. The explanation for this is reasonably complicated. I'm going to simplify it. Okay? First, each syllable has got to have a little bit of time to it. Okay? So we'll represent this little bit of time with a star. So we'll give each syllable a star. We might have 2 or 3 syllables in that word. It might be memory, or it might even be memory. Okay? Now, one of the ways in which we make syllables stressed is to give them more time than other syllables. So, the stressed syllables we will give another star to. So, that has got 2 stars, and that has got 2 stars. However, if you notice, this syllable also is rather rhythmically strong. If I say the word in isolation, it's not photographic, but photographic. So that needs an extra star too. But that is stronger than that, so that needs an extra star too. Where will we stop? This is about as strong as that, so we'll give that an extra star too. Now, that's a representation of the stress pattern or the rhythm pattern of that phrase called a metrical grid. And it contains, the way I've got it, what is known as a stress clash. And the stress clash is there. The stress clash is, it's a stress clash because we've got 2 levels of stars next to one another, 2 levels, 1, 2, without any intervening star here. All right, and that is really what English doesn't like. So what do? Well, we've got to do something. We've got to move one of these stars. Other things being equal, it's the first star which will move. Where can we move it to? We can only move it to the same level. We can't take it down a level. Can't demote stars. So the only place we've got it to shift it to is there, which is why we end up with the main stress in the word photographic in this phrase here, photographic memory. Now, it's a lot more complicated than that, and I think I'll have time, occasion to say more about it some other time. This stress shift phenomenon is, in some cases, optional. You don't have to do it. But when you listen to lots of English conversation, you hear it happening a lot, and sometimes you hear it happening when you really shouldn't have, according to this theory. So that's not the whole story, but the important thing is to remember this stress clash here. Two levels of prominence, forget that circle again, two levels of prominence here, which have nothing intervening in between them. Okay. Once we've done it, of course, once we've done this stress shift, then we've got exactly what we want. We've shifted the star across there. We've got nothing clashing on this level, so that's not a clash. We've got a space on that level, but the level below has got a star on it, so there are not two levels, and similarly here. Okay, so we've satisfied what is called the principle of rhythmic alternation. Right, stress clash, that is, stress shift.